This wasn't really planned, but today it is about 62 degrees out at the end of February, middle end of February. And in a couple days time, it's gonna go to 2 below. So I decided to stop everything I was doing and take a bike ride today. Somewhere in this town, there's a bike trail that goes out to a lake north of town. And that's kind of the goal, is I want to ride that trail. I've seen it a million times, I've just never taken it. Alright, well I found the trailhead. It's the Maple Street North Trail, which is funny because this town's really small, and it's probably the only trail they have. Yeah, I'm not really sure which way the trail goes, but I guess we'll go this way. I seem to have lost where the trail is. Can't really tell where I'm supposed to be. There's sidewalks over this way. But I don't know, maybe I'll just keep going a little way, see where we go. Wait a minute. That looks like it might be it right there. I guess I might have picked right. Well, that was clearly the wrong direction. I'm gonna have to figure something out here. I think I'm gonna have to get my phone out and take a look and see where I'm at. Okay, so I'm completely like half a mile off. I got lost in town there. There was no indication of which direction you should go, and clearly I took the wrong one, but we should be over there shortly. Seems like a really sporty thing to do. So I didn't do a vlog this week because primarily there just wasn't anything great. I tried to record some at the icebox. You guys are probably sick of the icebox, it's just that time of year. For today, the reason I'm out is because today, for some reason, it's 62 degrees out in February. End of February, was it like the 20th of February or something? And in 2 days time, it's gonna be 2 below. So there's just one day where I can get out and film and just get some activity, get the heart working again, maybe lose some of this down here in time. I bought this bike last year during COVID and I really love it, but I really haven't had a lot of time to ride it, or when I have had time, it's a Great Plains. It would be windy as hell, or who knows. There's always some reason you can come up to do or not do something, it seems like. I haven't ridden in a long time, so this might be a short-lived trip because first season saddle, what do you call it? First season saddle sores, butt sore, I don't know what you call it. My butt hurts. Anyway, I drove north of where I live a ways in this little bitty town, and I just knew they had a trail here, and so I wanted to hop on it and just kind of see where it goes. I know it goes through town, then it goes out north of town, and there's a lake. So I'll kind of go in there and check it out. And I ran by a really cool disc golf place that I had no idea was here, and I think there's one up by the lake too, which is probably really hard to play because there's no tree coverage. It's like tall grass prairie, so I'm sure it's just windy all the time. But I guess if you're into fighting the wind with your discs, I mean, that's the thing to do. One of the reasons I've been doing a lot of recording is that I've spent most of the week trying to get caught up on my drone certification so that I can incorporate some footage in here and just generally have fun. The course is so in-depth. It's 12 hours of video, and the company that I go through is an awesome company. Almost they almost give you too much information. I mean, they kind of set you up so that you could probably hop into a pilot's program and be pretty well ahead of the rest of the class, if you will. But you get to some of the things about airspace and reading charts and METARs, which is your weather stuff, and it'll make your head spin, and you can only do that for so long. But I was going to try and get a good part caught up today, but it's 62 degrees in February. I gotta go for a bike ride. This lake that we're at is actually, I think, part of a restoration project for like wildflowers and pollinators and fish. I did see a sign back there that said no live bait when you're fishing, so I don't know what kind of fish they have in here, but it's I don't think they allow motors on this lake, and they do have a bunch of camping sites up here. In the summer over there, there is just campers galore, and I don't really understand why people come out to the country to camp right next to someone. I'm not really sure what this was like before. When I moved back down here from Minneapolis years ago, this lake was just kind of opening up to the public. I don't know how long ago they dug it. I suppose I could probably look it up and put it in the things down below. You can see over there all those trees, they just back the river up right into them. There's some gentlemen fishing over there. I'm sure they stock it. I bet there's a lot of good fishing in here. It's actually kind of hot out here. I might have to, I got a tank top under this. I might have to switch out. I kind of want to go further, but I also, like I said earlier, it's first bike ride of the season, and I still got to go all the way back to my truck. Phyllis messaged me a little while ago and asked if I want to come over and grill steaks with them this evening. I think I'm going to do that when I'm done here. But I think I'm going to go a little bit early because I have a feeling Gary would like to play golfing in February in Nebraska. I don't think that happens terribly often. Probably once in a while, but not that often. I really need to adjust my seat, but this bike requires an Allen wrench, and of course I didn't put one in my bag, so I'm just going to suffer a little bit, I guess. God. It's February. I'm so out of shape. I used to ride year-round when I lived in Minneapolis, through the cold and the heat, uphill, downhill, whatever. But I haven't done it for like 10 years or something. And it shows. I was gonna put this camera on my bike, but the problem is all the pipes on the new bikes now are so thick that I couldn't find a clamp that works well. And so what I did is I bought one online last year that I thought would work, but the camera's always just, you know, doing crazy stuff like that. Oh, I can't do it because you're on a gimbal. But anyway, so I put this, my Pocket 2, I mounted it to the handlebars, and that has a gimbal in it. And if I put it on horizon leveling, or I don't know what I guess that's not really what you call it, but if you set it up so that it's locked into position, you kind of get this business. I got this clamp online, clamped that to the handlebars, and then just threaded this GoPro mount, the screw on it, then just mounted that on there. I'm going along, I can just turn this on, and it just levels to the horizon. And then if I want to talk to you, let's turn around and it'll look at me and I can say, hey. If you're going to do something like that, I would recommend finding some sort of safety feature to make sure the camera doesn't come out of its mount, because it, I mean, I wasn't riding on very good trails. I wouldn't mountain bike this setup by any means, but I think it does have a nice pan effect on it where it should look pretty decent on the camera. I'll link these down below, the camera and the mount. I really like the mount, and actually it's so tight, I might use it on when I'm farming if I can find something good to put it on, because I think when you clamp that on there, it's on there tight and it is not going anywhere. And if you actually used a GoPro in that with the two little tabs that you put the screw through, if you actually put those on there, you could mount it to anything and it would hold up really well. So this is kind of a janky setup, but it really works for me. I think, well, I don't know, we'll see what happens when we review the footage when I go to edit later on, but I think this is a pretty good setup. So anyway, I've caught my wind now, and I think it's about time to ride back to the truck. All right, here we go again. Well, that was quite the ride for a first one in quite a long time. Back home real quick, drop some stuff off, and then I think we're gonna head over and play some golf. So they're just finishing up, but I'm gonna jump in on their game anyway.
Got a good bounce there. It was going laughing.
I'm not a golfer.
That's why you say you should spend every day playing.
All right.
I thought it was going to be down in here.
Yeah, I didn't. I thought
It looked like a little hotter. Yeah, it must have died when it kind of got in that little ditch there.
Oh, Christ. Jesus. Don't forget to do the thing with the buttons down below. Like, subscribe, share. Like, subscribe, share. And I'll see you in the next one. My butt hurts.